Today, I want to really share with you my story about how I use these two systems, a calendar and a to-do list, to run my life on autopilot. I regularly use both my calendar and to-do list, and because I know that I'm so consistent in using them, I trust them to make sure things happen. This is awesome for us because it frees up all of your brain power from worrying about, will I forget to do this thing? Will I forget to buy that when I'm at the store? Instead, we don't have to worry because I know my systems are going to remind me, and I can focus all my mental energies on what do I want to build, what do I want to create, what do I need to study. So here's some examples of how I regularly use my systems. Let's say that I am at the doctor's office with my daughter and they need to schedule a follow-up. Right then, they tell me what it is. I use a digital system for both because I know I either have my computer at home or I have my phone with me when I'm out and about. So at the office, when they tell me that appointment, I just type it right in my calendar and I know that my calendar is going to remind me. I'm not going to be blindsided when they call me the day before the appointment. I'll know it's coming there. I trust that system. Same thing at work. My boss asks me to do a new project and tells me a specific date it needs to be done by. I put that on my calendar, and then I also will take the next step and I will go into my to-do list and I will break out what actual actions do I need to take to be ready for that deadline. And then I have both my systems there to keep me on track to make those things happen. Same thing with school. If your professor tells you you're going to have a paper due on a specific date, immediately put that on your calendar. That way you will not forget that deadline. And then you go into your to-do list and you map out your plan. And the two work really well together. We have to be looking at both of them to get a sense of what do I need to do each day to hit all of these checkpoints along the way. For me, I have three major times that I check in with my systems. So once a month, I do my planning for the upcoming month. So usually the last week of the month, I'll take a look at the next 30 days coming up, and I look for major things. What are major events that we have? Are there deadlines at work, deadlines at school? Are there travel dates I need to keep in mind? And I'll also add in anything that maybe didn't get in my system. Maybe I just think of something else or something I want to do this month. Right then it goes on the calendar. And I look at my to-do list the same way. And if I need to add things because maybe I realize there's a birthday coming up and I forgot about it, maybe it goes on my to-do list now by to be ready for that event. Then each week I spend about 10 or 15 minutes planning for the week ahead. I like to see what's on my calendar each day. I like to see what's on my to-do list each day. And I ask myself, is that reasonable? Can I do these things on these days? Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Sometimes it's too much for one day. And so I have the chance by planning ahead just a little bit for the week that I can readjust things, shift them around so that each day is more balanced, more manageable, and then I know I can do those things. And then finally, I have a habit of checking each day. For me, it's when I wake up in the morning while I'm fixing my coffee, I just flip my phone on and I scroll through my calendar and my to-do list so I get that quick reminder. Here's what you've got going on today. Keep these things in mind. Make sure I have a plan for specifically when I'm going to do those to-do list items so they get on my calendar, and then I get them done. So these two systems truly run my life on autopilot. I am never worried that I'm going to forget a deadline. I'm never worried I'm going to forget a birthday. I'm never worried I'm going to forget something at the grocery because they are in my systems. My systems do the work for me.